Welcome to Deep Sleep Mindful Stories. Tonight, you'll be gently guided into a journey of mindfulness through immersive storytelling. So make yourself comfortable, let the day fall away, and when you're ready, our story begins. Tonight, you will drift into a peaceful ocean world where warm sunlight, crystal clear waters, and colourful coral gardens create a place of complete calm. There is nowhere you need to be, and nothing else you need to do. Let your body soften into the surface beneath you. Let your breath grow slow and easy, and allow this gentle journey to carry you little by little toward peaceful sleep. You find yourself standing at the edge of a tropical shore in the soft gold of a late afternoon. The sand beneath your bare feet is warm, fine and pale, still holding the gentle heat of a day of sunshine. With every small movement, it shifts and settles around your feet, warm and yielding, like something that has been waiting quietly for you to arrive. Ahead of you, the ocean stretches out in long, calm bands of colour. Near the shore, the water is a pale, glassy turquoise, so clear that you can see the ripples of sand beneath its surface. Further out, it deepens into gentle blues, and further still, it fades into a soft, hazy line where the sky meets the sea. There is nothing sharp or hurried about this place. Everything moves slowly here, in its own unhurried rhythm. You become aware of the sound of the waves, small and steady, reaching the shore in a soft rhythm that never quite repeats itself in exactly the same way. Each wave arrives with a quiet hush, spreads thin and pale across the sand, and draws back again, leaving the sand a shade darker where it has passed. There is something deeply settling about this sound. It does not ask anything of you. It simply continues the way it has continued for longer than you can imagine, and will go on continuing long after you have gone. A warm breeze moves across the beach, gentle and unhurried, carrying with it the scent of the sea. It is a clean scent, faintly salted, mixed with something soft and green from the line of palm trees behind you. You can hear those palms too. If you listen, their long leaves stirring and clicking softly against one another whenever the breeze passes through. Behind you, somewhere beyond the tree line, is the world you have left behind for now. The tasks, the noise, the small weights you carry through your days. But here, on this warm stretch of sand, none of that reaches you. There is only the shore, the light, the sound of the water, and the quiet, spacious feeling of having nowhere else to be. You let your shoulders drop. You let your breath lengthen. You allow yourself fully to arrive in this beautiful place. The sun sits low enough in the sky that its light has turned soft and golden, spreading a warm, glistening colour and catching on the crests of the smallest waves, so that they seem to hold small points of light within them. Overhead, the sky is a pale, endless blue, touched here and there with long, thin clouds that drift so slowly they barely seem to move at all. You look down at the water lapping gently near your feet, warm and inviting, and you feel a quiet readiness to step further in. Not urgency, just a soft, natural pull, the way a warm bath might draw you in on a cold evening. And so you walk forward slowly, feeling the sand grow firmer and cooler beneath your feet as you near the water's edge. The first touch of the sea is warm around your ankles, warmer than you might have expected, soft and enveloping, like stepping into something that has been waiting to hold you. You continue forward, and the water rises gradually around your calves, then your knees, cool and warm all at once, in the way that only tropical water can be. Small waves move against your legs, not pushing or pulling, simply moving, the way the ocean seems to be always gently moving. You wade further out, and the water rises past your waist, and you feel your body beginning to lighten, the sand no longer bearing your full weight, the sea beginning to hold you instead. There is a soft buoyancy here, a sense of being cradled. Your arms drift outward slightly, finding their own natural rest on the surface of the water. The mask rests easily against your face, the strap comfortable against your hair, and the snorkel between your lips is already familiar, already part of this quiet ritual entering another world. You draw a slow breath through it, feeling the air move easily, and you let yourself lean forward, feeling your body shift from standing to floating. Your face lowers into the water and the world changes. Above the surface, there was sound and light and warmth. Below it, everything softens into a hush. The noise of the waves becomes a distant murmur, muffled and rounded, and your own breath rises to fill the quiet, slow and steady, the soft draw of air in and the low bubble of air out. Slow and even. Your breath becoming the quiet pulse beneath everything else you experience here. You feel entirely supported. The water holds you without effort, without strain, the way it has held countless bodies before yours, patient and unhurried. Your arms move in slow, easy motions, barely more than a stir of the water, enough to carry you gently forward, away from the shallows, away from the shore, out toward the deeper blue. Beneath you, the sandy floor begins to fall away softly, gradually, the pale sand giving way to deeper shades of blue and green. Sunlight reaches down through the water in long, wavering beams, moving and rippling as the surface shifts above, painting shifting patterns of light across the sand far below. You watch them for a while, these patterns of gold moving over blue, endlessly changing, never quite the same twice. Your body moves through the water with almost no effort at all. Your legs trail gently behind you. Your arms rest loosely at your side, and the sea simply carries you forward as though it already knows where you are going. There is no need to hurry. There is nowhere else this moment needs to be. As you move further from the shore, the water deepens beneath you, its colour shifting from pale turquoise to a richer, softer blue, like watching the sky itself change colour as evening approaches. Small shafts of sunlight continue to filter down from above, and every so often a passing ripple on the surface sends a shimmer of light dancing across your arms, across the water in front of your mask, a brief, gentle flicker of gold on blue. You become aware in the quiet way that these things become known, that somewhere ahead of you, the reef is waiting, not as something to rush towards, not as something to chase, but simply as a place that exists, patient and unhurried, exactly where it has always been. You feel no urgency in this knowing, only a soft, settled anticipation, the kind you might feel on a quiet morning, knowing that something gentle and good is coming later in the day. You continue your slow, effortless swim, your breath still finding its easy rhythm through the snorkel, in and out, in and out. And beneath you, shapes begin to form in the blue. First, only shadows, then soft outlines, and then, gradually, colour. The reef rises to meet you. Colour arrives first as a kind of glow beneath the surface, and then, as you draw closer, it resolves into shapes, and then into a whole spreading garden of colour that seems almost too rich to be real. Coral formations spread out beneath you in every direction, some low and rounded like soft clusters of stone, some branching upward in delicate, complex, lacy shapes, like pale trees grown in miniature. Their colours are endlessly varied, soft corals in shades of lavender and rose, others in warm ochre and burnt orange, brain corals patterned in swirling ridges of mauve and cream, table corals spreading flat and wide in gentle sage green, and here and there a deep glowing violet that seems to hold the light differently to everything else around it. Fan corals stand in soft clusters of coral pink and pale yellow, their delicate lattices swaying almost imperceptibly, and tucked between the larger formations, tiny outcrops of turquoise and cobalt blue catch the light like small jewels set into stone. You slow your movement, letting your body drift, still above this beautiful coral garden, your arms barely stirring the water, your breath continuing its calm rhythm in your ears. Below you, fish move between the coral formations in unhurried patterns, and their colours seem to multiply the longer you watch. A pair of butterfly fish drift past in bright lemon yellow, their bodies marked with a single black stripe, like a soft brushstroke. Nearby, a small group of fish glides by in shades of turquoise and emerald green, scales catching the light in flashes of iridescent blue whenever they turn. A little further on, another moves with slow elegance, its body a deep, rich blue, traced with delicate lines of gold, as though it has been painted by hand. A small group of fish striped in pale gold and white drifts past just beneath you, moving together in the same slow direction, turning as one when the current shifts slightly, as though connected by something invisible. Above them, a scattering of tiny fish hovers in a soft cloud of electric blue, catching the light like scattered sparks. You watch them pass beneath your outstretched hand, close enough that you could almost imagine you felt the water they moved through change, colour drifting past colour endlessly, gently without any hurry at all. The sunlight continues to reach down from above, softened now by the greater depth, spreading in broad, gentle patches of gold and pale white across the coral and the sand beneath the formations. Where the light lands directly, colours brighten, corals glowing faintly from within. Where it falls in shadow, the colours deepen, softening into blues and purples that seem almost to hum with quiet. You drift a little further, your body moving in long, slow arcs above the reef, and you notice a bed of sea plants swaying gently in a current you cannot feel yourself, their long fronds moving in unison, leaning one way and then slowly back, a soft and patient dance that has likely been continuing in one form or another for longer than you have been alive. You watch them for a while, their movement almost hypnotic, each sway slightly different from the last, and yet somehow entirely the same. Ahead of you, something larger moves through the water, unhurried, and as it draws closer, you recognize the gentle shape of a sea turtle. Its shell a mosaic of soft browns and creams, its flippers moving in slow, powerful sweeps that seem to require no effort at all. It does not notice you, or perhaps it simply does not mind you, continuing on its own quiet path through the reef, gliding past a cluster of coral and disappearing gently into the blue beyond. You feel no urge to follow it. It is enough to have shared this small stretch of water with it for this small stretch of time. Your breath continues slow and steady, in through the snorkel, out in a soft stream of bubbles that rise past your mask and break apart somewhere above you. You are aware of your own heartbeat too, slow and unhurried, matching itself gently to the rhythm of the water around you. Further along, you drift over a wide sandy clearing between coral formations, and here you notice a ray moving low across the sea floor, its wide body undulating in slow, graceful waves, pale against the darker sand beneath it. It moves without haste, disappearing gradually beneath a light covering of sand until only the faintest outline remains visible, patient and still. You continue to explore, moving slowly from one part of the reef to another, never hurrying, never reaching for anything, simply allowing the current and your own gentle motion to carry you wherever this quiet underwater world leads. Small fish part around you as you pass and close again behind you, entirely unconcerned by your presence, as though you too belong here, just another slow-moving shape drifting through this peaceful garden. You pass a stretch of staghorn coral in soft coral pink, its branches crowded with tiny fish striped in orange and white, and beyond it, a wide dome of brain coral patterned in deep maroon and cream. A trio of fish drifts by in brilliant royal blue, their tails edged in a fine line of gold. And a moment later, another passes beneath you, its body a shifting wash of pink, green, and violet that seems to change colour with every turn. You notice how the light changes as you move, brighter where the water is shallower, softer and more blue where it deepens, and everywhere that same gentle shimmer where sunlight meets moving water, patterns that shift and reform endlessly, never repeating, never still, and yet never anything but calm. There is a particular kind of quiet down here that you do not often find above the surface. Not silence exactly, because there is always the soft sound of your own breath, and somewhere beneath that, the faint, distant hush of water in motion. But a quiet all the same, a stillness of mind that settles over you the longer you stay, as though the reef itself is inviting you to slow down even further, to simply be here, weightless, unhurried, entirely present in this moment. You feel your body drifting gently, rising and falling with the barest movement of the water, as light and unburdened as you can remember feeling in a very long while. Every part of you feels held. Every part of you feels calm. At some point, without any real decision to do so, you lift your head above the surface, and the world changes again, gently, the way it did before. Sound returns first, soft and full. The murmur of small waves around you, the faint call of a distant bird somewhere back towards the shore. Then light, the golden warmth of the afternoon sun, now settling lower in the sky, its colour deepening toward the rich amber of early evening. You tread water gently, your movement slow and easy, and you look upward. The sky above you is vast and soft, painted in gentle golds and pale blues and pinks, with long, thin clouds drifting so slowly across it that you could watch for many minutes and barely notice them move at all. The air feels warm against your face after the cool hush of the water, and you breathe it in slowly, feeling it settle in your chest. In the distance, you can see the shoreline you left behind, a soft green line of palm trees above pale sand, small and peaceful from this distance, like something remembered rather than something real. The whole scene has a quality of stillness to it, as though time itself has slowed to match the pace of the waves. You feel warmth of the sun on your shoulders, the gentle rise and fall of the water beneath you, the gathering line of sunlight catching along the crest of every small swell. For a while, you simply float here, suspended between the two worlds, the sky above and the reef below, both equally calm, both equally beautiful, both entirely without hurry. When you are ready, you lower your face back beneath the surface, and the hush returns. Your breath finds its rhythm again, in and out, slow and even. The reef opens beneath you once more. This time you drift towards a deeper section of the coral garden, where the formations rise taller and closer together, forming gentle canyons and quiet, shaded alcoves. Sunlight reaches down here only in scattered patches, and the colours shift into deeper blues and violets, the coral formations taking on a softer, more mysterious beauty in the low light. You move slowly between them, your body drifting sideways with the barest motion of your arms, and you notice fish sheltering in the shadowed spaces, their colours glowing softly in the low light, deep reds and dusky purples. A flash of copper where a beam of sun finds a scale, only their eyes catching the occasional beam of light in brighter moments. A school of tiny silver fish moves past you in a shimmering ribbon, turning together in perfect unison, catching the light and losing it again in the same instant, over and over, like a slow, silent kind of music made entirely of light and movement. You continue on unhurried, and the reef continues to reveal itself to you in small, quiet moments. A cluster of pale anemones swaying gently in soft lilac and cream, their fine tendrils moving like something both plant and creature at once. A small, curious clownfish, bright orange against the anemone's pale folds, watching you before drifting unhurriedly away. A patch of soft blue coral, glowing faintly where a beam of sunlight happens to fall directly upon it, and beside it, a cluster of soft coral in deep magenta, its tiny polyps opening and closing gently in the current like something breathing very slowly. A last ribbon of rainbow-scaled fish drifts through a shaft of fading light, flickering gold, green, and rose, before dissolving back into the deepening blue. Once more you rise to the surface, and once more the golden air and the wide sky welcome you. The sun has settled lower still, its light deepening into richer shades of orange and rose, spreading slowly across the water in a long, warm path that seems to lead all the way from you back to the shore. You float here for a while, feeling entirely weightless, entirely calm, watching the light change slowly around you. You lower yourself beneath the surface one final time, and the reef below has softened into deeper shades now, the fading light turning the water a gentle, dusky blue. The fish move more slowly here, as though they too are settling towards evening. A last turtle drifts past in the deepening blue, unhurried as ever, before fading gently from view. The coral formations sit quiet and still, holding on to the last soft traces of daylight. You feel, without needing to name it, that this quiet underwater world is beginning to settle into its own kind of rest, the same way you can feel your own body begin to settle into yours. Slowly, gently, you turn back toward the shore. Your body moves through the water with the same easy motion that carried you outward, your arms drifting in slow arcs, your legs trailing softly behind you, the whole of you moving without effort, carried as much as by the sea as by yourself. The water grows gradually shallower beneath you, the sandy floor rising softly to meet you, pale gold in the low evening light. You lift your face from the water and the snorkel falls quiet, and around you the sound of the waves grows nearer, softer and more familiar. The sky above has deepened into a wide wash of colour, gold fading into rose, rose fading into a soft, deep blue at its furthest edges. The sun sits low over the water now, casting a long, shimmering path of light across the surface, gentle and warm, reaching all the way to where you are. You wade the last stretch before the shore, the water growing shallower with each slow step, until at last you feel the warm sand beneath your feet once more, firm and familiar. You walk from the water's edge, and the evening air wraps around you, still warm from the day, softened now by the coming of night. You lower yourself onto the sand, and it holds you the way the water held you before, warm and settled, patient beneath you. You lie back, and above you the sky continues its slow transformation, colours deepening by the minute. The first pale stars beginning to appear in the places where the blue has grown darkest. The sound of the waves continues nearby, unchanged, unhurried, the same soft rhythm that greeted you at the very beginning of this journey. Each wave arrives, spreads gently across the sand, and draws back again. And in that steady, endless motion, you feel your own body growing heavier, softer, more still. The warmth of the sand rises gently around you. The last light of the sun rests softly on the horizon, painting the underside of the clouds in deep gold and rose. The palm trees behind you stir faintly in the evening breeze, their sound as familiar now as an old, gentle song. You feel the whole of this day settling within you, the warm shore, the clear water, the quiet colours of the reef, the slow drift between sea and sky, and you feel how completely at peace your body has become. There is nowhere else you need to be. There is nothing else you need to do. Only this soft, warm sand beneath you, this warm air around you, this gentle, endless sound of the sea. Your breath has slowed to match the rhythm of the waves, long and easy, rising and falling without effort. Your body feels heavy, sinking gently into the warm sand, into the stillness of the evening, into the quiet that follows a day spent among such gentle beauty. The sky continues to darken slowly, gently, star by star, and the sound of the ocean continues beside you, patient and unhurried, exactly as it has been since the very first moment you arrived on this shore. And here, in this warm and peaceful place, with the waves moving softly beside you, and the whole sky settling into night above you. You allow yourself fully and completely to drift further and further, deeper and deeper into rest, gently, quietly, without needing to notice anything at all. You drift all the way into deep